You are tuning into the Goldilocks Productions presentation of the Angels and Healing Light Show. Sit back, relax, and be open to receive the angelic messages and healing channeled through your host, Laura Romeiro.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Angels and Healing Light Show. This is Laura Romeiro, angel intuitive, healer, and earth messenger to many people that are looking for guidance and support and just want to connect with the divine and the beautiful angelic beings. And so that's what I'm here to do every Tuesday at 11 o'clock in the morning on the Eastern side of the world, is to bring you messages and healing from your angels. As you know, everyone has angels, and hopefully you know that. All of my regular listeners do. You're really getting to know your angels. So I'm here to help you connect with those angels and to get guidance and support and learn a little bit about those beautiful beings that are in our lives and part of our lives since the moment we became little tiny specks in existence. I had the most wonderful day on Sunday where I was able to work at a beautiful psychic fair in Punta Gorda, Florida called Illuminate, and it was very illuminating. It was illuminating because I was surrounded by so much light and high vibration and wonderful people and wonderful attendees and readers and artists and vendors. And it was just such a wonderful day. But the best part was when I got to do a workshop called Connecting with Your Angels. And I had a room full of people that came in just to learn how to connect with their angels. So what a beautiful time. It was only for an hour. It was a beautiful time. It was a blessing for every person there, a blessing for each of us. And we did a beautiful meditation where Mother Mary comes and helps you meet your own guardian angel, where you sit side by side, and people were able to get messages from Mother Mary as well as from their own guardian angel. It was really a beautiful thing. So that's what I love to do. And afterwards, I heard feedback from people how much that experience touched them and will change them. So I love doing what I do, and I love the fact that you're here being part of this Angels and Healing Light family, and it means a lot to me. I want to say good morning to my mom. Hello, Mom. Everybody waves to my mom. And I would like to say a special hello to my friend Elizabeth, who is a very wonderful earth angel who oftentimes gives me just the message that I need to hear at just the right time. She's also a very talented artist and is full of beautiful works, and I know her heart and soul goes into each and every one of them. She puts her heart and soul into everything. So, hello, Elizabeth. Everybody say hi to Elizabeth. Eventually this morning, I'm going to be joined by Suzanne Wyman, who is a wonderful, very effervescent psychic medium, and she's going to be joining us this morning, too. I'm really excited about this because Suzanne is going to be having her own show here on Goldilocks Productions, and you're really going to enjoy her. She's very upbeat, very lively, very informative, very gifted. So this morning she's going to be joining us, and I'm going to let you know as soon as she arrives this morning. So she is coming to us from the West Coast side of the country, and perhaps with the time changes, she's going to be just a little bit before she gets on board. So I hope you got to read my email this morning. If you don't get my emails, please go to my website and sign up. My website is angelsandhealinglight.com. And, you know, every week I send out an email, which is the angel message of the week. And the message of this week was about all of the things that go on in the background that we may not see. But even though we may not see them happening or know that they're happening, we have to understand that when we ask for help, when we ask for guidance, when we ask for support from those higher realms, the moment you ask, things start to happen. And so it's really important to understand that there's a lot that goes on in the unseen world that we aren't aware of, but we have so many beings of love and light that are working on our behalf at every moment. And so when you have a need or a want, and it's in your heart, and it's in your best interest, simply by asking the angels, asking God, asking whoever you're drawn to, asking them to help you. The moment you do that, if it's for your highest and best good, then the wheels start to turn immediately. And what is beautiful about that is you don't have to know how to make it happen. You don't have to have the instruction book. You don't have to have anything except the gratitude for the help and the desire in your heart. Sometimes, as we know, things take time to manifest. Sometimes things need to grow. Some things happen almost immediately, but others take their own sweet time. And unfortunately, we don't get updates very often, it seems like. No one says, okay, well, we understand you're looking for this, and it won't be ready until July of next year, so be patient. I think part of the reason for that is because it helps us develop trust, and it helps us think on our own and a little bit more. You know, if we knew it was coming, then we'd probably just sit back and let it happen. So it would be in our best interest to, I guess, sometimes not know, but it would be good if there was a hint, wouldn't it? Well, sometimes there is a hint, because angels give messages to us in many different forms, many different ways, through other people, through dreams, through songs, through messages. They just come to us in so many different ways. And so please keep your heart open, your eyes and your ears open to receive. And know that if there is something that you want or need, asking from your heart is the very first step in getting those wheels in motion, getting those wings in motion. But know that you don't have to figure it out all by yourself. You don't have to know how to make it happen. If you ask for help, the guidance will be there. I promise you that. Well, I'm very pleased to report that our guest is here today, and that is the wonderful Suzanne Wyman. Suzanne is a very effervescent lady, as I said earlier. She's very, very intuitive. She's very talented. She's very compassionate and has a great big heart and soul, and she is also known as the best party psychic ever. Suzanne was born and raised in a psychic family. She's been trained, educated, and that was especially during the Santa Monica, California spiritual renaissance, and is a natural-born psychic. So she does a lot of events where there's gatherings of people that are in a joyful group, graduation nights, parties, corporate events, so much more. But she really helps people through so many paths in life. And I'm very happy to have her here with us this morning, because I know she loves what she does, and she has a lovely, joyful time doing it. So I wish to welcome Suzanne Wyman. Good morning, Suzanne, and thank you very much for joining us today.
Oh, good morning, Laura. How are you?
Well, I'm doing fantastic, and I'm so glad you're here today. I am, in talking to you for the last couple of weeks, we've had some great conversations, and the insights that you've provided were amazing, and you've been a lot of fun to talk to. So I'm also very excited to have you tell people not only about what you do, but your show, too, as we go on. And we've got a couple people waiting here for some messages of their own. So tell us about your new show, Suzanne.
Well, I have spent so much time educating and training in my life, and I reached a point where I realized I was using very little of my training and education, and that some people, not all people, want the deeper reading. They want something that takes them past what they know, what they might feel, and takes them to a very different place and assists them to really deeply connect to their soul. And so these readings are not, and I ask people, because sometimes you don't always get that information, do you want the deeper information? And so a person has the opportunity to opt out and say, no, I'm okay with keeping it sort of on the surface. So, but it is different. I mean, I've always worked as a psychic, and like I looked at your palms, and you have 2 perfectly formed psychic moons on your hand, and so you have a lot of ability to touch psychic energy and to feel psychic energy, and those are considered natural markers of a psychic. So a lot of things can be taught, but an actual psychic that it's a little bit different when you have markers on you. It's like you don't have to work as hard to get that energy moving. Everybody has access to it, but if you have those markers, it kind of moves easier for you. So that's the sort of energy I like working for, is creating that movement and helping people make change.
I love that. I love to help people make change, too. That's why I'm here. That's why you're here. That's why Tiffany and Goldilocks Productions and all of us are here, and that's why you listeners are here, too. It's because we're all on this path of making change and growing and bringing change not only into our lives but into others' lives. And, we've got this fantastic celestial team that is infinite, and that they're all with us, too. And so that's why we're all here. You hit the nail right on the head. So tell us about your show. What's the name of it? When is it going to be broadcast? And when is
You know what? Oh, okay. So I'm first of all, it's bright and early here for me. It's in California, and I think part of me is still very much sound asleep. So let's see.
Well, good
let's
morning.
See if I can.
Well, you think about that.
Okay.
You think about that. It'll come to you.
Okay. Well, it starts next Thursday. That's the first part of the story. Yeah. I wanted to sort of talk about an aspect astrologically that is currently going on that is impacting everybody. I'm kind of excited about it. It lasts for 34 years. Is that okay?
Sure.
So,
and then I'm going to talk about your show, and then I'm going to take some callers. So
I
got some good,
the callers.
And you've got some astrological insight. I love that. Tell us what's happening.
Oh, good. So, right now yesterday we entered into an aspect called Uranus conjunct Pluto. It lasts for 34 years. Specifically, it landed in Capricorn. And it talks about the fact that there's wealth. There's a different way of doing things. When you work hard, you get the rewards. But it is a very different way of going about things and getting things done. So I think I said it wrong. It's Saturn conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. Last time it occurred was in the 1500s. So, and it goes on for 34 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. All right, let's see if I can get myself awake enough to take a look at my notes. And
so we have been on this path for a while of making change, and so so many of us are waking up to it and being on the path of development and growing, and so we've had some help from the heavens, for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Good. I would like to take a call here, and that would be our first caller from Miss Zoe from area code 910. Good morning to you, Zoe. How are you? Welcome.
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very honored.
I love to hear that. I love to hear when you're doing great.
Yes, ma'am. I can't thank you for last time. That really was a life-changing, life enhancement. And I was just hoping to know, I really feel close to my angels, and me being a hurricane survivor, I've been waiting for my compensation from the universe, not from, exactly. I know I've been budging doors with the government, but I just want to know, I feel like I'm really just always in this desperate victimhood when it comes to receiving, as if I'm not worthy. And it's as much as I know mentally the angels are so there, it's an emotional tangibility for me that's just so hard to really hold on to.
Well, Zoe, you're not alone. A lot of people feel the way that you do. And one of the key things that you just said, is a feeling of worthiness. Do you feel worthy to receive? And you don't.
Yes.
And you know that.
No.
So the beautiful
it hurts.
thing is, because you're aware of your lack of havingness, because you're aware of that, you can easily change that. So the first, as you're talking, Archangel Ariel is coming in really strongly, and she is the angel for you. She's an angel of courage, and she is coming big and strong, and she has this shield that she's putting in front of you, Zoe, and she's got your back, and she's also protecting you from the front. So what she's creating for you is a safe space for you. And so what she wants you to do, and is asking you to do, is allow yourself to receive the gifts from God, receive the gifts from the universe, because these are gifts from God. And so if you open your hands, open your heart, and it's all about the gratitude. It's about just receiving, because God loves you, the angels love you, the universe loves you, and they want you to have everything that you need. And so opening your hands to receive, the angels are handing you gifts right now, and they're gifts starting for your heart. They're gifts for your heart. So it all begins in your heart. So there's some exercises we can do together. If you want to schedule a time with me, just email me and let me know. We could probably get this done in about half an hour. But I have this beautiful exercise that helps release, but also helps you see where you're at on the havingness scale and how to increase it. And we can do some healing as well. So please know the angels are there, and they are giving you messages of love, but the first gift they're giving you is for your heart, and they say that's where it needs to begin.
Well, thank you. I knew that was, that's a lot of fear in there. Well,
you're not alone, but you are literally not alone, because you've got Archangel Ariel behind your back, so at your back, guarding your back.
Thank you
Suzanne,
so much.
Would you have any input for Miss Zoe here?
I do. Miss Zoe, can you tell me what the weather's like in your area today?
Yes, ma'am. It's very foggy and humid, actually. We're on the East Coast here.
Okay. Excuse me. So I think that you are somebody who has a tendency to be so generous that you give to other people first, and you don't give to yourself first. You give in your thoughts,
energy leaks. I have a lot of them.
Okay. So I'm just going to ask you that 1 hour a day, you just give to yourself first, in your thoughts, in your attitude, in your resources, in the practical things. You're going to go first. And let's just see if it's about you loving yourself enough to be willing to just put yourself first. And I'm just asking you to do it for 1 hour, once a day.
I know, so scary. Oh, my goodness, that is, I can imagine the resistance I would face because I know my...
that's the obvious piece, isn't it? Right? So
yes, the resistance I always create for myself because I'm so afraid to feel that, courage and really embody it. It feels like lightning to me because it's so empowering. I've never reached that level before.
Right. So
you can always take small steps.
The question always becomes, who will you become if you take care of yourself? That is the question.
My own hero.
Well, that's my challenge to you. See if you can take and put yourself
Wow.
first. If you can't do it every day, just do it once a day, and let's see how you feel. When you take good care of yourself, you take really good care of other people too. So
I know I need that so badly, and I know I've been resisting it, but it's gotta. I'm gonna die if I don't do this. So it's my health cannot take any more.
I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds hard.
Yeah, my stomach. I have a lot of autoimmune disorders from stuffing down my resentments about not being worthy and loving myself first. So yeah, that is imperative that I do that immediately because that is the only way my body is going to forgive me.
There isn't. You're exactly perfect the way you are today. You don't have to do anything in order to earn anything, and your job is just to receive.
Whoa, I've never heard that. I'm always on this self-help hamster wheel that's so addicting, and that is just amazing to hear that. I've never let myself off the hook like that. So that is wow. That is something special.
That's a great description. Self-help hamster
wheel. Thank you.
Thank you
very
so
much for calling. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, hang in there, my dear. Don't forget you have the angel guarding your back and her shielding in front of you. That's Archangel Michael. And you can reach out to me, and we can do some exercises too to help you get right where you want to be. And I think you'll find it pretty easy. So.
Yay!
Thank you for calling, and I hope to hear from you soon, and certainly next week. Thank you, Suzanne, for that reading. Beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. What's important about what Zoe just said, all the things that she said, is that she realizes exactly what's going on and exactly what's wrong. And so that's part of the solving the problem is knowing how it's affecting her. She's even aware of that. So she knows she needs to make those changes. She knows how those things are affecting her. Now she just needs to be able to step forward into those changes. We've all been in this situation. I'm pretty sure every single one of us has been in this situation multiple times throughout our lives. So, ladies and gentlemen, what she's vocalizing are the red flags that I always talk about. If you are aware that you're not feeling well, if you're aware that something isn't sitting right in your life, then that's the warning that you need to make some changes to do it. So thank you, Zoe, for sharing all that information. And, not only do you have Archangel Ariel and your guardian angel at your back, you've got all of us here at the Angels and Healing Light family that are pulling and praying for you, too. All right. All righty. So I have Miss Luz. My friend Luz is on next. Good morning, Luz. How are you?
Good morning to you.
Hey.
I'm okay. I missed out on the new vacancy at the agency where I'm at. So I was watching to see if anything else coming up in the future, near future, hopefully. Work with it.
Anything off of that?
Can you, I'm so sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you. Can you speak directly into your mouthpiece for me? And just tell me what the weather's like in your area today in a nice, clear voice.
It is cloudy. Looking at the window in the office.
Okay, so And I'm so sorry, I couldn't hear your name when you first came on the line. Could you say your name again for me, please?
Luz?
Luz?
Yes, Luz.
Light.
Luz. Mm-hmm.
So,
yes, correct.
I think that you are this wonderful human being who holds the light for other people. And one of the things I have to ask you to do is to hold the light for yourself. You've gone through a transition recently. Last year there were several unexpected transitions, not bad, but just unexpected. Come the end of February, you should find yourself in a more stable place, more security, and more knowledge of what you need to do to continue to build your stability. But it looks to me like people are very reliant on you, and you end up taking care of them, and then you end up finding yourself with not enough time, energy, or resources to give yourself the very best. So this is a shift for you. It's difficult, but I think that you have what you need in order to make those changes.
What would those be?
Right.
Those changes?
So, do you agree with what I said to you? Do you understand what I'm talking about?
You mean family related?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But I was interested in work, employment, better outlook, if there's anything.
Yes. There is a better situation with more stability for you at the end of February. So the thing is that I kind of need you to put yourself in a situation where you use your resources and your knowledge to take care of yourself, and then you create better stability for yourself. So it's really about you focusing in on your own stability at this point in time.
Thank you, Luz. That's a great message there. You've got beautiful things coming your way, but as she says, focus on you and focus on what you want out of life so that it can begin to come to you. And just ask the angels to help you with everything that you need and anything that you need. And know that there's better things coming your way, focusing on yourself and asking for help from your angel. Thank you, my dear. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Yeah, so sometimes, it's so hard when we can't see what's coming down the road, and we just tend to focus on worrying perhaps about how things are going to turn out. And so as I said earlier, focus on the things that you want so that they can begin to come to you. Asking for the things that you want starts those wheels in motion. And even though we can't see what's happening behind the scenes, we just have to trust and have faith that things are coming so that we can continue to live life in the present rather than being way out into the future where we feel like, we're on that hamster wheel. So thank you, Luz, for calling. And Suzanne, I have just a reminder that Suzanne here, she's a wonderful psychic. She has a brand new show starting on Thursday, January 23rd. That's at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, 12 o'clock Pacific Time. And the name of her show is called Deep Reading Connecting to Your Soul. No, Deep Reading Connecting You to Your Soul for the Fearless, Curious Soul Show with Suzanne Wyman. So that's right here on Goldilocks Productions, and it's so good to have you here with our group of wonderful readers and listeners under the wonderful auspices of our producer, Tiffany White Sagewoman. So it's so good to have you here, Suzanne, and I know that you are going to bring a lot of light and blessings to everyone.
Oh, thank you so much. I had to really think about it, and so when I came up with the idea of the deep reading, connecting you to your soul, it really is a different process. It's about you making a commitment that you want to make those changes, you want to go forward, you're willing to manifest your dreams, you're willing to become empowered. And it's in this way, I mean, your conversation with people is so strong about empowerment and telling them about the support that they have. And after you did a reading for me, it was so interesting because there was like this sort of like a cleansing, and then certain things that had been unbalanced sort of fell into place. And so you have a great deal of gift for healing and giving people that support, and it was inspiring to be a recipient of your talent. It really was. So, and so I have sort of taken a different focus. It is in the same lines of what you do, but it's just a different focus. I think sometimes people don't really understand how different psychics have different talents and work with different types of energy.
Yeah, we're all pretty different, aren't we? We really are, which I think is fascinating. I find it fascinating because some people are. I mean, most psychics, they're just different from one another. You'd think that, we were all somewhat similar, but we're not. And there are so many ways that we receive information. There's ways to give information, how we feel about the information, the ways we connect. It's, it's just so varied. And I find that in and of itself fascinating. Because on the very basics, we do the same thing, but once that process starts, it goes off in a million different possibilities and directions and opportunities. And the readings are at times, they're never the same. One's never the same as the next. Maybe the process is different every single time, or what shows up or who comes in is different every time. I find it absolutely fascinating that what comes through most of the time is what the person needs at that very moment. And even, sitting at a psychic fair with a lot of other psychics, we tend to do readings on each other. And it's really interesting to see the differences and the similarities about, very fascinating stuff. So I'm really looking forward to hearing your show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That is quite an enormous amount of praise. And really, thank you. Thank you for bringing me on today and sharing me with the people that are listening to your show. You really are that person who is generous, the desire to heal, and embracing of everyone. You're extremely generous.
Well, you're the cat's meow your own self, girl. Well, how about another caller from area code 586, which is my hometown, Detroit area. So, hello there, from somewhere around Macomb County, I believe.
Hi, are you talking to me, Laura?
Who's this?
This is Betsy.
Betsy Riley?
Yes.
Betsy and Riley?
Yes.
What's up in the morning?
I was trying to stay under the wire.
Well, you apparently need a message, so apparently
good.
You're above the wire now. So we have a message for you.
Great. I'm all ears.
Oh, goodness. Let's see. Suzanne, you go first. I'm going to pull a card for Miss Betsy.
Okay, great. Betsy, tell me the weather in your area today. What's the weather like?
Well, we're in Michigan, so it's cloudy and gray and cold, and we're in need of sunshine.
All right. Let me send you some sunshine from California, just in a blink of an eye here. It's cold this morning. It's 50 degrees right now, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's really a bitter cold morning. It's got to be the deep of the winter. Yeah, so I know 50 degrees doesn't sound cold. What do I like about you? I like the fact that you are somebody who really has a great can-do attitude. You've overcome your own personal obstacles in this lifetime. You need people around you Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. You need people around you that believe in you, support you, understand who and what you are, where you come from, and what you value. The process of honesty is perhaps the most important thing for you as a person, and you don't tolerate dishonesty. You might have to work or get along with somebody who's not as honest as you need them to be, but in your inner circle, which is a small group of people, you require immaculate honesty. So last year had a lot of change. It had a lot of responsibility, and it just seemed like it was sort of an endless process of having to work. This year is about structure, stability, and creating a good foundation. I would like to see you do something just to do something for yourself. No destination, no long-range plan, just something for yourself that you would really like. And this, I think, is the sort of like the tonic that you need to sort of create more stability for yourself in this chapter.
Okay.
And that's it.
Great.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Suzanne. And piggybacking that, Archangel Jeremiah is coming up for you, Betsy, and he's talking about life review, and he's asking you taking inventory of life and how important it is for you now to take inventory of your life and change or heal anything that is out of balance, because the more that thing is out of balance, the more it pulls on you, and then you're always pulling back, trying to balance it, and it's just, okay, I'll fix it later. But in the meantime, it's pulling you back and forth. That takes a lot of energy and a lot of focus. So please resolve, get rid of, heal anything that's out of balance. And he's telling me now it's just a matter of you taking the time to do it. He says it's not as difficult as you think it will be. It will be much easier than you think it will be. He says, we're here to help you. We've always been here to help you. We've been helping you since you were a toddler. He's showing me how much they've been keeping you out of trouble. No way.
Yeah, I know that.
It's hard to believe. But he's showing me you're about a year and 9 months, year and a half to 2 years. I don't know, but they came in and made some big swooping thing to keep you from really getting into trouble, and they've been enjoying your company ever since. But it's all about balance and making sure that the things in your life that are out of balance are rebalanced. And he says, like Samantha Stevens twitching her nose, it will be almost that easy.
Okay, great.
All right, thank you.
I love me some Samantha, Miss Bewitched.
I know.
Well, that's good to hear from both of you. Thank you very much. And I know they've been helping me for quite a while. So always known that. Well, thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Beth. Love you, girl.
Love you, too. Thank you.
Bye. Well, that was a great message, Suzanne. I know it was right on. And, the same applies to so many of us where we just get on the hill of life, and then it turns into an avalanche sometimes, So when we get to that, when the avalanche is over, we need to dust off and straighten things out again. So if they're out of balance, then we just, it's a struggle. So dust the snow off after the avalanche. Take a deep breath, let it go, laugh at it, toast it, whatever we need to do, balance and move on again. All right, wow. This is fun. I have another couple callers here from our area in the beautiful Gulf Coast area of Florida. So area code 941. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
How are you? Area code 941. Hello there.
I can hear them in the background. Oh. Hello.
Okay, so we're going to move on. Thank you. If you want to move on here, we're going to talk to our friend Melissa. Good morning, Melissa. How are you?
Hi. Thanks for getting me on your show.
How are you today, my friend?
I am doing fantastic, and I'm glad I've tapped into your show. I love the energy that's coming through it. It's awesome, awesome, awesome.
Well, thank you. We have some lovely energy coming from the West Coast to balance out the East Coast here. As you know, Suzanne is our newest host, and Melissa has a show on Wednesdays at 1 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
Joyful Findings, correct, Melissa?
Yes, that's correct.
So now we have triple trouble here.
Woohoo! Let the fun begin.
Triple trouble.
Oh, can I give you a reading, Melissa?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, and do I have the right to be personal with you?
You can say whatever you want. My truth is out there now. It's all good.
Good. So, what an extraordinarily unusual early life you had. You have a different attitude about how you approach problems. You don't see problems as problems. You see problems as opportunity to create profound solutions where other people may have failed. You're an expert in an area of work that you do. You like being extremely unique. You are somebody who needs a really strong foundation underneath you. It sort of like erodes at yourself if you feel as if you're not working from a really strong foundation. So you do need a lot of stability in your life, and that has sort of been your primary theme, to focus on how to create better stability for yourself. But primarily I'm struck by your attitude. It is quite serious about life, but it is not overly serious about the unimportant details. You have a great gift for being able to let go of control and to look at a situation from a detached perspective. So to me, it indicates a lot of education and training in the area of meditation, stilling the mind, and being able to be objective, even in the midst of difficult circumstances. I'm done.
Agreed. Thank you.
Right on. Very right on.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Well, do you have a question
You're
for the angel, Miss Melissa? Or
okay.
General?
I don't really have a question, so whatever they feel is most important for me to know today as I move forward, which would be great, even though I kind of know but don't know, that blindfolded thing.
Familiar. I have a few hanging on my wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is actually a beautiful message from Archangel Ariel about spreading your wings. It is just reminding you, don't hold back. It's time. Just do it. You are free. You are ready. You are unencumbered. You have everything you need. Just go. She said, just soar. Just soar.
Oh, you don't even know the validation behind that message right now.
Wow, I'm feeling this soaring in these air currents, and it's wonderful. I can just feel it. So you are...
Oh, yeah, I got goosebumps on top of goosebumps right now. So, yes, and yeah.
I can't wait to hear about this. Sounds exciting.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Let's have a phone call.
All right. Well, lady, you've got beautiful wings, and they're holding you up, and they're helping you move. They're helping you move at, I'm being told the speed of light, but being shown the speed of contentment.
Perfect. I love it. You just made my whole day, ladies.
I like that. Well,
Awesome.
you made mine, so thank you.
Yay! Okay, awesome. You guys keep spreading the light, and I'll tap into both your shows again.
Look forward to it. We'll catch with yours, too.
All right, thanks. Take care, ladies, and thank you again.
And can you drop a feather when you fly overhead?
I'm already there.
All right.
All right, see you, ladies.
Bye, Melissa. I just love this show. It's just got the most awesome people in the whole wide world. I have the absolute honor of having an hour with the most awesome people in the world. So thank you, everybody, for being part of this hour. Woohoo! Melissa, this energy just bouncing off the walls right now. It makes me laugh. I'm sorry, Suzanne. Go ahead.
No. You really are quite. You're so receptive. I mean, I think it's kind of interesting. People don't think about how receptive a psychic would have to be, and you are more pliant and more receptive than most psychics that I meet. So you're willing to receive the energy from the people, and so you make this connection about their higher self and what their true energy is really about. So when I listen to what we're saying to people, only the person who's receiving the reading would really understand if it was true or untrue. So I've worked in public since '98. I've worked in public, thousands of hours, and I've often encountered when I did a reading for even two people that consider themselves best friends, the person sitting next to them said, "Oh no, that's not you," and the person said, "Yeah, that's me." So it is an interesting dynamic, and when you, as a psychic, make yourself so receptive, the person who gets the reading really benefits. I mean, to be honest with you, sitting here watching you do these readings, I'm really struck by your ability to create that opening within yourself. It is inspiring.
Well, for me, it's a blessing. It's just a blessing to connect and to help people. And joy. It's so joyful so often. It brings me joy to do it. So it's just a blessing. It's the only way I can describe it. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah. So
hey, we have another caller, my friend Kavita. However, I would like you, Suzanne, to take this time to talk about how people can get in touch with you.
Okay. So I have a web page, and it is, my name is Suzanne Wyman, and if you put that in, it usually directs you to someplace. But, I take phone calls. I'm on the West Coast, so I give out my cell phone number, which is 714-400-7384. And best party psychic ever, and that's so modest I can't really quite believe it, but it is an interesting
partypsychicever.com.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, you do a lot of great work, and you help a lot of people yourself. I think that's wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see. What else? Okay, so I have Miss Kavita. From area, she knows her area code. I know it. Hello, Kavita. How are you?
Hi, Laura. Hi, Suzanne. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
Wonderful. What's the word today, friend?
What's the word today? I'm actually trying to book a trip to Portugal in May. Can you see it working out and any information about it?
Wow, good for you. Portugal is interesting for you. Portugal sort of is a natural placement for you. I think you're going to be surprised by how deep you feel moved by this trip, the walking through the streets. So there isn't any problem with putting the trip together. There isn't actually any problem with the cost of it. And there's some interesting connections that you make there, but it also gives you a chance to rest. You have, for you, it's very complicated how to unwind and to sort of restore yourself. And my first impression was the imagery of Lisbon. Is that part of the trip you're planning to take?
Yes. Yeah, it starts and ends. I'm going on a tour, but I'm trying to coordinate with my friend Mary, who's in Canada, and we're having a lot of problems, like, coordinating the dates. So is that going to work out?
It is.
Okay, great.
But the problem is not really about the dates or anything else. It's about, you wanting it a certain way, and the forces of the universe are trying to guide you towards a more gentle direction here. So the two of you are able to work it out, but I need you to sort of let go a little bit in order to allow the support to enter into the situation. Travel is really stressful. But if I could just get you to sort of relax for a second, you'll see things will just flow right into place, and everything you need will just sort of land on you. It's a great journey. Lisbon has significance for you, and so go and relax and unwind and restore yourself at a deep level.
Great. It sounds wonderful.
Take your artwork with you, your art implements with you, because it's a feast for the eyes and the soul. So you will be very inspired by what you see there as well. That's
Laura,
good news, Kavita.
Yeah. Laura, this isn't the place where you see me meeting the one, because you always saw like water, wharfs, and like a wharf area, and I know Lisbon has a lot of those areas. Is it more New York, or could it be overseas?
Feels like it's more home.
Okay.
Home.
Great. Okay.
Yeah. All right, dear. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Great reading. Thank you, Suzanne.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Boy, Portugal's one of my favorite places in the world, so have a great time there, Kavita. It's just awesome. You'll be awe-inspired. I know it. So I have time for another caller, Miss Virginia from area code 985. Hello and good morning. How are you? What one question do you have for us?
Just Happy New Year to you, to both of you.
Thank you.
I don't really have a question. I'd just like to get a reading wherever the energy leads you to whatever information.
Okay. Can you tell me what the weather's like in your area today?
Today it's cloudy, and we'll probably have some rain. It's been raining for a few days, so it's overcast, cloudy, kind of dreary.
Okay. So I kind of do like a free-form association remark psychically about how I see you. If you tell me that's correct, then I take and I go to the next part, and that's where I take and I trust that there's some information. So you are somebody who has a true generosity and truly does your very best in order to take and be generous in your attitude with your resources, and you've had to take care of a number of family members throughout most of your life. So you have this attachment to family and community and your friendships, and so now you're looking for something to make yourself feel different, and that's where we're at right now. Is that what's going on at the moment?
Absolutely correct.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, thank you for affirming that.
Yes.
So now it's about looking to change your routines, do some things that are different so that you can bring in some people that are new and have an inspired way of looking at things. You are reluctant to do that because when you bring in new people, it's like a whole issue of trust. And so let's do it in a more gentle way. Let's find a class to go to or a meetup interest that you have, and let's see if we can't bring in some really fresh energy so that you can feel like, the ordinary routines have been broken up.
Okay.
Do you have okay, so that's
Yes.
how I see it. So I don't know if that's helpful or not.
Yes, it is. It's helpful.
Okay. Okay.
And Virginia, further message from the angels is talking about, they're validating this twice. They're talking about good news about financial matters. And they recognize, you are looking to do something different, something more challenging, something new in your life. And so you will have those opportunities. And you will be having good news about financial matters. So this is a period where they're telling you, go ahead, pursue that area that you're wanting to make changes, because it will help lead you to the next step. And in the meantime, you will be getting what it is that you need. So there's good news coming in the form of financial news, but also encouraging you to step forward, to move forward. Seems to be the theme of the day, besides cloudy weather. It's okay for you to follow that idea that you have, to pursue that new area. This is a new time of new opportunity for you. So new opportunity, good financial news. Good way to start the year. Thank you, Virginia.
That sounds great. Thank you so much.
Good.
That's great reading. That's wonderful. I'm excited.
I'm glad to hear that. Let us know how it goes.
Okay, I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
right,
Virginia.
have a good day. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So see, everyone that's looking for help, please remember to ask your angels, and they're going to help get those wheels rolling. And then let them help figure it out for you. You can get a beautiful in-depth reading from Suzanne, the best party psychic ever, and you can reach Suzanne at her website, which is bestpartypsychicever.com, and you may contact her via telephone at area code 714-400-7384. And you can certainly email her at bestpartypsychicever@gmail.com. Suzanne, as you've heard, does wonderful readings, and she is very talented, she's very insightful, and she really cares. So those are all very important things. Suzanne is also going to have her own show starting next Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific time. So look for that here on Goldilocks Productions. And, we've got so many wonderful shows here under the auspices of Tiffany White, Sage Woman on Goldilocks Productions. So please stay in tune and check us out. You can reach me at laura@angelsandhealinglight.com. My website to schedule a reading is angelsandhealinglight.com. Or you can schedule a healing there or a pet reading if you want to hear from your pets. I do that too. I'm very excited also, just a little bit of business coming up here. I'm looking forward to catching up with you all again next Tuesday at 11 a.m. But you know what? I also have some special guests lining up here in February. I will have Kimberly Maroney, the angel lady, who's going to be joining me at the end of February, so stay tuned for that. Also, a new guest, Christine Williams. Christine is the facilitator of the Greatest You Summit. So she will be my guest on February 11th, and I will be one of her presenters on February 19th. So I'll make sure and give you all the details. We've got great things coming up your way. But the greatest thing is you, and the greatest thing for you are the angels in your life. So hang out with them, reach out to any one of us, and I look forward to catching up with you next week. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you very, very much for your time and your talent and your gifts and just for being with us. And welcome. We are so very blessed to have you here with us.
Oh, thank you so much. It's really kind of you. Really kind. Thank you.
You betcha. Thank you, everybody. I will see you next week. Many blessings. Bye-bye now.
Don't want the fun to end? Grab more refreshments, then head over to Goldilocks Productions' YouTube channel.
With over 950 archive shows, the fun doesn't have to end.